information of the food stock availability, we also submit daily reports to the concerned department also. And so far as our information is concerned, we are not short of stock. There is one practical difficulty arising in the sense that when stocks arrive, we don't have sufficient laborers to transport or carry them. Now they are all under this restriction, so we are working out another modality with the truck owners, the labor union, the deputy commissioner, and we are trying to work out a system where we can chisel out these hurdles.
So even as the lockdown is continuing, people are still coming out in large numbers in the street.
This is something, one thing that we have got to understand is that there is a window period for shopping between 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. and that's where you can see most of the citizens coming out. Yes, I agree that there's a lot of rush. Social distancing is not being maintained. We have tried to make some markings across 5 important locations, market locations in town. One is in the BOC market area, one is in the TCP gate area, the other one is in Raja Point, the 4th one is in KJK, the 5th one is in high school area. So while we are doing that, I think my personal opinion would be that enforcement of this social distancing regulation perhaps needs to be improved, and for that there are other authorities which would be in a better position to enforce them than the municipality. There are many questions, definitely, and there are very few to be answered at this point of time because this is something unprecedented. And not only us, all over and across the country, I think most of the states are not prepared. And despite the questions, I think answers are very less at this point of time. But to me, the crux of our issue today, to face this pandemic, is very simple. Just follow one thing: social distancing. If we adhere and stick to that, I think within our own selves, without any scientific medicines available, within our own self we can stop this pandemic from spreading and taking a toll. And I'm afraid if it starts, if the rot sets in, the unpreparedness level that we are in, the unavailability of basic health facilities and personal protection equipments, at this rate, the toll could be very disastrous, horrific. So I want to urge and appeal to one and all that we can save ourselves by social distancing and adhering and sticking and obeying, following what advisories and directives are being given by the government. 2 very important things are on our mind. That is how to keep the town better sanitized. On the other hand, how to ensure that essential commodities are made available to the citizens of the town. And here, I had earlier mentioned to some of your colleagues also that we in the KMC, we are working beyond office hours also. We are ensuring that at least spraying and disinfecting public places is done, if possible, every day, but for lack of disinfectants and equipments, we are doing it on alternate days, and we are doing it in a very, very large scale. If only we had more equipments and disinfectants, we could have done it daily also. But that will not stop us from thinking further. We have already made arrangements and procured some 40 sprayers. We are also, in a way, hoarding bleaching powder so that we can facilitate the wards and let the disinfecting operation spread, not only around the main public places but into the wards. That's one aspect that we are doing to keep the town sanitized. You must have noticed that our vehicle is also on the rounds trying to clean the streets. Latest technology vehicles are already there. 6 street vacuum cleaning vehicles are out, deployed. We have a Dulevo 6000 Italian model vehicle, which is a multi-utility vehicle. It sweeps, it cleans, it sprays. So these are already deployed since the outbreak of this pandemic virus. Besides that, as far as essential commodities are concerned, like I said, we have already made arrangements to deliver essential commodities to the citizens' door. There are 3 agencies already working, and hopefully in the coming days more of such types would come, because these 3 would not be sufficient. We are also in very, very active deliberation with the Butchers Union of Kohima to supply pork at the doorsteps of the ward, not the individual. Now, this operation is because we would want to avoid social contact, human to human. The present market rate is 220 rupees per kg. This delivery system will involve an extra 10 rupees only. And this 10 rupees will also be given to the volunteers of the ward. So effectively 1 kg of pork would be 230 rupees, and the extra 10 rupees goes to the ward volunteers. So there won't be any extraordinary increase in the pork, in the rate of pork. Yeah. Finally, I would want to make this appeal to the citizens once again, that there is no cure for this dreaded virus. The only cure just now is to maintain social distancing, and we can cure ourselves if we adhere and stick to that. So please maintain social distancing. Please be serious about this virus that is spreading all across the globe. Thank you.
I want to appeal to all the citizens of Nagaland that we should all heed the lockdown 21 as it's called right now. Be home, and that's the only way to stay safe. Prevention is the best cure. So please heed the government's call and take all precautions so that COVID-19 doesn't come to our state. Thank you.